All right, good morning, everyone. All right, hopefully the stream's working. Let me double check though. Okay, it should be fine. All right, let's start with Nasdaq. Just gonna erase everything. I know Google earnings came out yesterday, and I'm not sure if they beat earnings or what, but I do know that Google is in the red overnight. So, not saying I'm bearish. I'm just saying that's what's going on. When I look at the daily time frame, let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any daily demand zone that maybe we could target on our way down, but there's nothing. So down to the 4-hour time frame, and this is the zone I'm looking at right here. This 4-hour demand zone from November. Boom, this one right here. And it actually looks like the market bounced off of this. Yeah, we tapped into it and then immediately started bouncing off of it, which again, I'm not creating a bias. It's just this reaction here, usually I'd be saying, okay, that's a bullish reaction. But things could really change once the market opens up, especially since it's going to be the first time that the market opens up after Google earnings. Oh, geez, I keep clicking the wrong thing. Okay, this is a 3-hour supply zone. Same thing up here. I mean, it's not really that helpful, but we're going to mark it out. I think all this supply could be a good target, if we take longs. On the 2-hour time frame, I do see this 2-hour supply zone, which I like because it's close to price. Let's see how close it is. Okay, I mean, now that I measure it, it's kind of far away. It's almost 200 points away. So, could be better, but we could get up there before the market opens up. I'm definitely going to mark these lows over here as liquidity, just in case, the market wants to sweep that area. I guess I should also double check the 4-hour time frame to see if there's any 4-hour zones. So those are the real important ones. This 4-hour zone here. Okay. Damn, this could have been a really good 3-hour zone here, but I just don't like the basing candle. Looks huge. I'm gonna mark it out though. I don't think we'll get down here today. So we'll just mark it out. I mean, we definitely could. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, that's way too far. Yeah, that's 5%. This would be world record right there. I don't think we'll get down there. Okay, on the 1-hour time frame, I see this 1-hour supply zone that the market did tap into and reject right over here around London. This is another 1 hour zone. And I'm going to check all the way back here to see if there's any, just in case the market does want to go lower. This is a 1 hour zone. Damn, I'm not sure I should count this as a zone. I probably won't. It's not it. It's not. Okay, this is a 1 hour zone. This looks like another 1 hour zone here. I can't really tell because you can't see the color of the basing candle. But I'm just gonna take a guess that it's a zone. Okay. Down to the 90-minute time frame. This looks like a 90-minute zone here. Damn, we gotta go really far back. Okay, I don't see anything. I mean, I can already tell what zones I would take a trade off from. This 4 hour demand zone, obviously, I think is a huge one. If we zoom in, so far we've been rejecting the zone. Obviously, that could change once the market opens up. So if the market closes below 642 or below 667, around this area here, then I would go short. If I go short, the trade would look, oh wow, yeah, stop loss looks tight there. So maybe I was sized down, or maybe I just try to get a really good entry, because it looks, I don't know, so far it looks like there's really good volume. This zone's also huge as well. We'll see. Anyway, if I go short here, I think there would be a lot of downside potential. Especially to this liquidity down here. But I do have to double check to see if there's zones that could stop us on our way down. Another trade idea could be if we tap into this area here, and then obviously if we start rejecting it, then I would take longs. That trade would look something like that. If I go long, I would target, honestly, I'm not looking for much today. I'm probably just gonna look for a 1-2 depending on the trade. But I do think the longs could pop up to this 2 hour zone if they come in, or they could pop up at least to VWAP, and that could give you a really good move. Or you could just target these highs here. That would give you a good move. But I'm not sure what I'm taking. It depends on the first 30 minutes. How are we going to open up? But let me double check for zones. Okay, on the 45-minute time frame. Boom, this is a zone. I wanted to look at the daily as well. Okay. I just wanted to see, how, I don't know, how the body looks. Obviously, things look very bearish. Damn, this dogs are crying. Well, it's just one of them. If you guys hear a dog crying, Don't worry, they're fine. They just want to come upstairs. Do you have any Lucid accounts? No. I've looked into Lucid. But I don't know. I think they need more time for me to like fully trust them. I saw a post on Twitter that was just, it was completely random as well. But the post just said like prop firms to stay away from, and Lucid was on the list. So, I don't know why it was on the list, but I don't know if it's on the list. It has to be for a reason. I don't know. They're also new prop firms, so it's kind of harder to trust new prop firms because you never know. Like with funding ticks, I mean, what the heck was that? Oh, there's a lot of 30-minute zones. That's good. Good to know. Good to know. This is also a 30-minute supply zone here. I'm just not gonna mark it out since I do have the 2 hour zone right on top of it. And I just think it looks a bit messy. But I do like the zone, so I don't know. I'm gonna mark it out. Fuck it. It's too clean of a zone. It's too clean. Look at the move down. Okay, so now I'm thinking if I do go short, I'm not thinking it has too much downside potential unless the selling's really strong, which it could be for sure, but I need to see them come in strong right off the bat. Not like yesterday where they came in later. I don't want to see that. But if I do take the short, I would I wouldn't target too much. I would honestly just target a 1 to 2, honestly, and then call it a day. But I do think if it gets below 526, this 30-minute 50% line, then I think the next stop could be down here around the 300s on this 30-minute demand zone. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, this is a really good area for the market to bounce off from. So I don't want to be insanely bearish. I'm looking at the 15-minute time frame. I mean, I really don't need to because I already have the zones that I want. But we'll double check. Okay, I found this 15-minute demand zone here, which what am I saying? The market bounced off from. So that could be a good area to target, but it's just kind of far away. So the selling pressure would need to be very strong. So we'll see. Checking the 10-minute, 5-minute. I mean, I could mark this 5-minute, but I wouldn't take a trade off from it. Okay. Another thing to look at on Nasdaq is this small pre-market range that it has. I think trading the breakout would be good. Obviously, though, for the longs, breakout to the longs, I would want to catch the longs down here at this zone. If the market comes up to this 5-minute zone, even if we break past it, I wouldn't take the long because right next to it is VWAP. And you guys know I don't like trading around VWAP. So we'll see. And then I also just realized that this 30-minute and 2-hour supply zone up here, if the market does come up here, most likely VWAP is going to be pretty close to this area. So I'm not sure if I would take a trade if, if we're going to be up there. Anyways, that's all the zones for Nasdaq. I think the zones are pretty good on Nasdaq. Let's look at US 30. Let me drink water though. I feel lightheaded again. How do you define a zone as per your analysis? I just look for supply and demand. Bro, green and are so depressing. Class up your charts. Come on. Green and red. I like the green and red. I tried changing the colors, to like cute little colors for my candlesticks, but it was confusing. So I changed it. That's why my candlesticks are always red and green, because it doesn't confuse me. And I like it that way. It's very simple. This looks like a 4-hour supply zone here. I'm gonna check the price action though inside. Yeah, this looks horrible. This zone looks horrible, so I wouldn't take a trade off from it. But if we do look at the zone, you can see we've been rejecting it. On the bigger time frames, we've been rejecting the 50% line. That kind of makes it look bearish for sure. I'm just not gonna mark the zone though, because we chopped up on it too much, so it's not that clean. Okay, down to the 3-hour time frame. Oh, we have news at 10. Damn. Green and red goes hard. Yeah, it does. It's the original. On my thing, it says we don't have high impact 10 a.m. news. I mean, it says 10:30. It might say something different though on Forex Factory. But yeah, I tried like many different color combinations for the charts, and I don't know, it just wasn't for me. I even tried having like a gray background, or like a like a off-white background, but that shit was giving me a headache, so I just stuck to the black background. Okay, this is cool. We have a 1-hour demand zone. Let's see how close it is. Damn. Oh my god, 250 points away. I thought it was gonna be closer. Okay, let's go down. 90-minute time frame. Not seeing much. Not seeing much. 45-minute time frame. Don't see anything. This is a 45-minute demand zone, but there's no point in me marking it if there's a 3 on 4 hour right on top of it. 30-minute time frame. This looks rough. It does. I'm not seeing too many zones. Okay, on the 15-minute time frame, we have some zones. 15-minute supply zone. And that's it. I mean, these were zones here, but they got ran through. I was hoping to have more zones on US 30, but the zones that I have close to price are on a smaller time frame. So I think my best bet with US 30 would be honestly down here at 121, which if we measure it right now, it's around 240 points away. So kind of far away, kind of. But the trade that I would take is either longs or shorts off of this area. Not sure what. It just depends on how the market reacts to that area. Where's VWAP? Okay, VWAP so far is above price. Oops. Okay. And there's no session liquidity. I have no idea what that means, but is there anything on Nasdaq? Oh, okay. So I guess Nasdaq looks bullish to, I would say, a lot of people. A lot of people are probably thinking buys into the London highs, Asian highs, which would make sense for me if we reject this area down here. Then I would take a buy, and I would target VWAP or who knows these highs. But I don't think I'm gonna hold the trade long. If it goes good, I'll probably just lock in the payout and like call it a day. Yeah, this is, I don't know, I think Nasdaq looks way better than US 30 today. Yeah, I don't have too much there. Let me double check. It looks so sad. I mean, another thing with US 30 is just this huge range that it's been in. Like I would say yesterday was a pretty choppy day on US 30. Yeah, you can see it. We've also been in this same area here for a while. Let's see how long. Couple days, yeah, 3 days. I mean, I also wouldn't be surprised if it's choppy today. So I know we have earnings later on today, and I'm pretty sure it's for Amazon earnings. What is wrong with my charts? I put the same for our zone but for me it's not even tapped. On Nasdaq, it might be it might be this down here. Adjust for contract changes. I know sometimes that like messes it up. Maybe that's off for you. Or maybe you just have the wrong contract up here. That could also be an issue. Alright, well, I think that's it for all the zones. I definitely think Nasdaq looks way better. I like the zones way more than US 30. On US 30, I don't know. I think the only thing I would trade is down here at 121, 122. This 1 hour demand zone. Which we could get down here pretty fast once the market opens up and see what happens. But I'll do my support and resistance really quick, which might take a while because I do have to go all the way back. I have to go really far back. And did anyone see Bitcoin going down? it kind of makes me excited. It's a good buying opportunity, but I also saw that it's never been down this much from all-time highs. So that's pretty scary. I'm pretty sure that it's never been this far down from all-time highs. It has been close over here. When was this? 2021. But this is definitely way more down. I think if the market is choppy today, like, I wouldn't be surprised because we do have Amazon earnings. And I think if we are choppy today, and this is like 100% a prediction that's based on just my brain, nothing else. No one else is backing this up. It's just me. Silly prediction. I think if it's choppy today, that tomorrow will be a sell off. Friday. It's gonna sell off tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. So you guys know, like, Fridays are the best for the market moving down for some reason. If it's like a really nasty move down, most of the time it's on a Friday. But yeah, I like the market going down. I like when it's pulling back on the bigger time frames. I think you get way better opportunities. Well, when it's going up though, especially when it's at all-time highs, for me at least, like, it's hard cuz there's no zones. But when we go down, there's like a lot of zones on the bigger time frames, which is helpful. Okay, I'm like charting all the way down here. I don't think we'll get all the way down there. If we do go way lower, it'll be very surprising. I'm not gonna lie. I think the market's already sold off quite a bit. Let's look at the RSI. I like looking at the RSI. Okay, yeah. I mean, it looks pretty kind of oversold. I definitely could see it come up from here, but we'll see. We'll see. Damn, I also realized too, the only way I would catch the longs is if the market goes down to at least 668. I want to see it tap the 50% line. Then I would buy. If the market taps into the area and then I'd see it go up, like, I could catch it, but I think it'd be harder for me to catch it unless I use the white lines. That could be helpful. Bro, this is crazy. Okay. Alright, let's do US 30 really quick. I don't know, I think on the bigger time frame, like, US 30 looks bearish. Just because it's been rejecting these highs up here. I think it has a good chance of going down to the bottom of the range. Oh my gosh, the market already opened up. Wow, I'm like way off. I'm pretty late here. Pretty late. Good thing I'm just mostly looking at Nasdaq. Oh gosh. Oh my god, what am I doing? Okay. All right, this is good. Nasdaq's moving down. I do want to see it tap 673. Wow, time flew right there. Maybe I was talking too much. Usually I finish with like some time. Yeah, I mostly have my eyes on Nasdaq. There's really good volume too. The candlesticks look small, but they're huge. Okay, here it is, tapping into this area. I wouldn't want to go short unless I see a good close below 643 or below 667. Then I would short it. Okay, that looks like a clean rejection. Whoa. That was a nasty rejection. My stop loss is going to have to be... I'm going to have to size down for sure. Yeah, this candle closes above 748. Then I'm going to put in longs, but I'm only gonna go in with like half of my usual size, so I could have a wider stop. Never mind. That's not the close that I wanted to see for the longs. Never mind. Alright, I'm in long here. Oh my gosh, I'm out of that. I'm done. That's all I wanted. I'm out of that. That was horrible. That was horrible. Bro. Oh my gosh. Guys, I don't know what happened there. Like, 4 accounts got filled. I saw it, so I entered in again. I was risking like, I'm not joking, like $500 or $1,000 there. Oh my god, I did not like that at all. Some accounts made 600, others made 350, which is honestly all I wanted, because I found out yesterday I don't need 4,600 to request max payout, and the dogs are going crazy. I need 4,100, so I can request max payout tonight. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that was scary. I need to rewatch that. That was horrible. Let me see how many accounts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 accounts got filled in. And I was like, what the hell? That was. I want to see. Yeah. I'm sorry for my stuttering. It's just like so much happened. And like I made some mistakes. So first of all, okay, first thing is like the market is crazy volatile. That's number one. I looked at my stop loss. Let me make this bigger. Um. Okay, yeah. If you look at 100 tick stop loss, which is my usual stop, it looks very very tiny. Usually it doesn't look this small, but I saw that and I was like, I'm gonna have to size down. If I don't size down, then I'm gonna need a tight stop loss. Um, I was gonna go long over here with like 2 micros. And I was like, fuck that. I didn't like how the candle closed. Then I saw it coming back up, and I was like, okay, it bounced off of this white line here. So I do like the longs. I placed the order here for a buy for 5 micros. The market rushed past the order, so only 4 accounts got filled in, which is why some accounts made 600. Once I saw 4 accounts only got filled in, I was like, fuck that, I'm not missing the move. So I pressed buy again. So now I'm in one full contract on some accounts and then five micros on others. And I said it this morning, I was like, I'm not looking for a crazy move. I'm just looking for this payout. And once I saw 300, then I closed it because I only needed like $200 for a $4,100 balance, which I thought that you only needed. I thought that you needed 4,600 to request the max payout, like your balance. But then I contacted Apex to make sure, and they said you can request max payout with 4,100. So that's why I closed it out there. I mean, some accounts got to 4,500, which is crazy. That definitely messed me up though. Now all the accounts are way different. Before it was only like 8 of the accounts were different. Now all of them are different. All of them. But I'm not too worried. I'm not stressing. Also, the market was moving so fast that I didn't get my usual entry. Like over here should have been the entry. That way my stop loss could have been at the bottom. But it bounced so fast I was like, oh damn, like I definitely am gonna need a wide stop. That way I could put the stop loss at the bottom. And that's why I was thinking of sizing down. But I don't know. Too much happened too quick. And then here's TP. I said if I was gonna long this, the long should not have been up here. I mean, like it could have been, it was, but the stop loss there, like, didn't make too much sense. It still would have played out well. Like, yeah, this still would have played out really well. The long should have been down here. Again, that way the stop loss could be at the bottom. But it happened so quick that I definitely missed it. But either way, we made it work. Oh my god, that was scary. Yeah. What happened to US 30? Okay, good. Yeah, this is good. I knew US 30 didn't look good because it didn't have good zones close to price. I mean, maybe you could have taken a trade off of this 10-minute zone, but it's not that good because it's a 10-minute zone. And also right below it, you have a 1-hour demand zone. So this is the trade I should have taken. The only way I would have caught this is if, honestly, if I I don't know. This happened too quick. Maybe if I was looking at like a 15-second chart, then I would have caught it, but it happened very quickly. So the trade I actually took was this right here. And I'm not worried because that's all that I wanted. So I'll request a payout tonight. I did contact Apex because I need to change the payout. What is it called? Payout method, because it's on the wrong account. I have to switch it to the business account so I could put in the taxes and the LLC taxes. So damn, I might not request a payout unless they could change it for me today. If they could change it today, then I mean, I'll request a payout. I just want to make sure the money goes to the right account, you know, because of taxes. I'm in New York, so the taxes here are brutal. S Corp is better. I saw that. I've been hearing a lot of things about S Corp. But shit, I'm gonna need help with that. I don't know how to do that. Damn, Apex support team, like, damn, they take a while. I Guys, I literally asked them a question. And let me make sure. I asked the question January 31st, and they responded February 3rd. I'm not sure if that's because it was over the weekend, but it still took a while. And I feel like they definitely like copy and pasted the answer, you know? So it's like, it was a simple, I don't know. They take a while. Support team takes a while. I mean, I don't have any complaints because like they do answer. It just takes a while. So yeah, the balance. Meaning the account balance must be at 4,100. Requesting the 2,000 would leave the balance at 2,100, which is acceptable since it enroaches. What does that mean? Since it enroaches on the safety net by no more than $500 allowed. Yeah, I need to stop reading on stream because I don't know what I'm reading. Oh yeah, no. I'm not fumbling the bag. I'm definitely not gonna trade these. How much do you pay in taxes? I haven't paid last year's taxes. I definitely need to meet up with my accountant. But I'm definitely scared. I'm definitely scared. I know this year, like, when I get these 40K payouts, it's 50% straight to savings, which sounds crazy, but like, it's what I need to do. So in reality, when I get these 40K payouts, the way I'm seeing it, the way it actually is I'm getting 20K payouts because 50% is going to savings. 50% is going to most likely taxes. Which is why like I need to move out of New York cuz it's horrible up here. I'm thinking to go back to my homeland, you know, Puerto Rico. The taxes over there are just as beautiful as the island. Like 4%, what? You don't hear of that? But then it's like if I go to Puerto Rico, it's gonna be such a process to actually move. Cause like, what about our cars here? Like, are we gonna sell them, then buy some over there? Are we gonna ship them over there? The dogs. Look, they're talking right now. Like, we're gonna have to fly out the dogs. They're gonna need to get put to sleep, cause like on the plane, not like dead, but they're gonna need to get put to sleep on the plane because I already know they're gonna be barking like crazy on the plane. I don't know. Moving to Puerto Rico would be like a huge process that I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for. But it's definitely a huge goal. I've always compared my tradings to others, but once I focused on my own trading, I finally started consistency. Even though I'm on eval, I can see the change. Yeah, it's hard too because like if you're a trader, you most likely follow other traders. So once you're done with your trading for the day, you go on social media and you see like all these other people with crazy profits, and it makes you think like, damn, you know, I only made this much today. I only made that much. Let me cook something up on the charts, and then you start with trading. Yeah, I think social media is like a big, what you call it? I don't even know what to call it, honestly. It's a big I don't want to say bad thing, but I think it's mostly bad for most people cuz you compare yourself. I thought you were in like Florida. I wish. If you look out the window, it's snow. It's snow. But the snow's melting. So it's not that bad. The snow's melting, like each house has like icicles on the roof that are like literally 2 feet big. I don't know if you get, if you're from Florida, like you don't know what I'm talking about, but I'll show you. It's literally what you see in the cartoons, like this, but they're huge. Like me and my girlfriend were spotting out like big ones. Oh, and I know someone who like they had their car parked last year like right below some icicles. The icicles fell and it like damaged the roof of their car, so they had to get it fixed. Are you into cars? No. I'm into like computers, monitors. Like I think when I'm rich, like I won't be, buying designer. Definitely not me. I won't be buying like crazy cars. That's not me. That's not how I grew up. Like, and I thank my parents for that because my parents like they have money, but they're not buying like cars all the time. They're not buying designer. They save their money and they actually build it. So that's how I want to be. Like I'll definitely be like I can imagine myself being rich and like not wearing designer. That's just I don't know. I don't like that. Maybe for my girlfriend, like I'll buy her like a purse, buy you a Birkin. No, no. Even my girlfriend, like I'm so thankful because I know like she's definitely not a gold digger. She does not care about that stuff. I have a good one. I have a good one. In San Francisco, we don't know about that. Yeah. I think if someone from like Florida came over here, they'd think it's like magical, because of snow. But over here, we're just like, damn, it's snowing again. Yeah. I mean, it's also like way different up here. Like, we have trucks that clean the roads constantly. When you're gonna bring her on stream? I've brought her on stream before, but it was like when it wasn't on YouTube. Because she used to trade and stuff. And like, she got a payout from Top Step. It was 1,500 and then she stopped trading. But she says she wants to get back to it, so hopefully, hopefully soon. Do you go to school or work like a 9 to 5? I graduated college last year. I did 2 years. So what is it called? Associate's degree. And then I was working a part time stocking groceries overnight. So that was honestly it was sad working there. Like I'd get to work and like I'd start bawling cuz I didn't want to be there. And then last year, January something, I quit and I went full time trading and it was good. I don't regret going full time last year. Like I made way more than I would have if I stayed at Wegmans. Like it was a huge bet on myself. But someone asked if I'm into cars. Like I'm not into cars, but my dream car is a G wagon, like a white G wagon or a blacked out G wagon, and like the interior is like crazy interior. That's all I want. That's all I want. Let's see what Nasdaq did. Okay, yeah. It longed up back into the range, back to VWAP, and she's lost. She is lost. She is stuck on VWAP. The opening range is huge. Oh my, oh my god! This opening range is nasty. The opening range is 1,106 or almost 300 points. That's actually crazy. I didn't think it was that big. Well, I should have known because my stop loss, look at my stop loss, how tiny it is. And this is literally the trade I took here. Is the smallest move out of the whole move up. I mean, yeah, that's crazy. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it comes back down or if it. I mean, I think it should go up to 25,000. Then from there, it might come back down or something. I don't know. I already predicted the small move, so I'm not trying to predict more. US 30, I don't know. Dive zero predictions. I don't know how to read it right now. Like, I knew NASDAQ looked better literally just because it was at a 4 hour and a 1 hour demand zone. Where on US 30, I mean, if you zoom out, the only good zones that are close to it are this 1 hour zone and this 3 hour supply zone, which I measured and I was like, damn, that's really far. The only way I would trade US 30 is if it has really good volume. That's why I didn't look at it. Because NASDAQ was already down here at the zone. And crazy bounce. I think my execution was like 2 out of 10. Horrible execution, like horrible management. Risked it for a biscuit there. Which is why I got out so fast. It worked out, but I think it wasn't good at all. But honestly, like, it's really just because it's really volatile. Like, the stop loss on 25 points is very small. You need to be careful. So you either need to size down with these markets or get in and out or have a tight stop loss. Yeah. How do you feel getting here? Getting where? Have you traded the orb? Did it work out for you? I haven't traded the orb in months. I do mark out the opening range always. So I do like to see like how big is the opening range? Have we broken out of the opening range? If we've broken out of the opening range, then there's good direction. But right now you can see like the yellow lines are the opening range and we're back inside of it. So we're most likely moving sideways. But I don't trade the opening range as like the orb, the opening range breakout. I don't do it because if you wait for the first 15 minutes, most likely the breakout already happened, you know? So that's why I stopped trading the orb. How many dogs do you got? I have 4 German shepherds. It's supposed to be 3, but we're taking care of my brother's German shepherd. So we have 4. And then we have a Chihuahua, and he's the boss. Oh, there. I don't know if you guys heard that, but he's fighting right now with one of them. I miss Wegmans. That's crazy. How do you know that? How do you know that? I used to work at Wegmans. That's why I'm saying, like, do you have the 5-minute orb or no? No. The 5-minute orb, I don't know. I never really back tested it. All that hair, I only have 1 German Shepherd and it's constant hair cleanup. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. You'll see, like, if we don't like clean the hair for like 2-3 days, like it'll build up balls of hair. You know, like it'll build up in a corner. It's bad. But that's why we keep them downstairs now. Like before they were allowed up here and like they'd be in the background and stuff, but now we just keep them downstairs. And it's because of the hair. How do you feel getting here? I mean, to the big payout? I mean, I don't know. I feel good, but it still has to get approved, you know? So I feel like we're just halfway there. And then like we'll see how long it takes for it to get approved. I don't know. But in my head, like I've been had this payout. That's the thing. Like I've been acting like I've gotten the payout. What's one takeaway you would say that got you to this payout? My A plus setup. Like I don't think my trading has been this good in a while. And I give all my credit to my A plus setup. That's what I've been taking mostly. Let's see. Okay, it updated. Yeah, like last month, one of the best ones I've ever had. 4 red days, and I had 100% win rate this 1 week. I haven't had that in, I don't think, ever. And it's really just because I've been focused on one thing, one very specific move. And then yesterday, like, I had this moment. I was on the computer, and like for some reason, like I thought about the payout and like this and that, and I just got so obsessed with it that like I almost started trading Asian session. I was like looking for a trade there in Asian. I was like, what am I doing? Like, all I have to do is just wait for tomorrow for the A plus setup. Why would I try to trade a low probability setup? And I was like, yeah, no. I turned everything off and I left the computer. Another thing is like I was worried about it getting denied, but I've seen a lot of people that if they break a rule, Apex emails them or like it says it on your dashboard. And I haven't gotten that yet, so I think it should get approved. And like if they try to come up with some weird stuff of like, oh, you know, send the recordings, it was all streamed, Go on my YouTube channel, Apex. I did it. I would say like 99% of the trades I took all on stream. So it's like, you know, everything's basically recorded. But yeah, I think if this payout gets approved, like, I'll definitely talk about Apex more. Cause you guys know that, like, I don't know, I don't like Apex too much. But the only reason I started trading it was because of the 20 accounts. You can't do that anywhere else right now. Before, you could do it with fast track trading. They had like 20 accounts available, straight to funded, and then they went bankrupt. So you can't do it anywhere else. They paid out over 600 million. No other firm has done that. Yeah, they give out huge payouts, and I feel like even I thought this at one point. Like, they only pay out, famous creators or like well-known creators. But if you go on Twitter, you'll understand that's not true. If you go on Twitter, like just recently, I found this Asian girl. She got paid 1.1 million from Apex, and like, I never even heard of her. She's not, an influencer at all. She was just on Twitter and she posted it. So it's like, they do pay out. You just gotta follow the rules. I mean, I followed all the rules, so hopefully, the payout gets approved. And I know, like, if it does get approved, I know I'll get the money. Because I've gotten a payout with Apex before. It's nothing new, you know? Damn, the market went all the way back down. Honestly, on Nasdaq, it's very impressive. Like, this move down here was, oh my gosh, look at that. 1,000 ticks. Or 250 points. That's insane. That's actually crazy, the volume on Nasdaq. It looks normal, on the 1 minute time frame, but there's really crazy volume. How much was the activation fees? I think they were 65. I got them on that Black Friday sale, I think. No, not the Black Friday. I got them. It was after Christmas, I think. It was sometime in December that I got them. Yeah. Sometime around December. But yeah, I got them, and then, like, I started trading them like 2 weeks later. So I wanted to start with the new year. And that's what I did. I waited for the new year. I think this payout, like, I could have requested it sooner if it wasn't trailing drawdown. I think if there was any trailing drawdown, like, yeah, I would have requested it. Because I would have held some winners way longer. Oh my gosh, this is also my biggest week yet. 31K in total. Yeah. Yeah, and like Tuesday, it should have been green. But I made an emotional mistake, so I fumbled the bag on Tuesday for sure. Like, Tuesday should have been my biggest day ever, and I fumbled the bag. Made emotional mistakes. But then I came in the next day and I just said it was a brand new day. Leave whatever I did behind yesterday. How many days did you trade the account? 21. Today was my 21 day. It should have been my 20th day, but on the 27th, I placed a small trade when I shouldn't have. Shouldn't have done that. But it was a break-even trade. Yeah, 21 days. So we'll see if it gets approved. I'll request it later and I'll make a video of it. But I think my favorite part about this is like it was all on stream, you know? Like I can show you guys all the stats. Everything's out there. And it was like the only reason I got the payout was I was following the A plus setup and I managed my risk. That's literally it. It's very simple. I also didn't rush it. I also made a lot of mistakes. Yet, we're still here. How long did it take you to pass the evals? Like 2 minutes. Full ported 10 contracts on NQ, and I only needed 60 ticks. So yeah, I full ported it and it worked. I was gonna wait. I remember too, I was gonna wait for January 15th, which I think was CPI. And I was like, you know what? I'll get the accounts now and I'll try to pass them with CPI. Then I was like, what am I thinking? I want these accounts for the new year. So I tried it, and it was the smallest move. It was only 60 ticks. It wasn't with my A plus setup either. It was a completely random trade. I placed it and then I passed pretty quick. Which is obviously like not good because I full ported it, but with evals, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, especially if it's a 1 day pass with trailing drawdown. Like you're better off just gambling it. Not financial advice. But if you don't have any experience, then I wouldn't tell you that. I would tell you, take your time with the eval. Did you take any trades today? Yeah, I took this small, tiny buy. I accidentally doubled my risk on some accounts. And then on the other ones, it was fine. But yeah, on some accounts, I made 672. So, meaning, now that I realize I was risking most likely, I would say more than 500. I think I was risking either $600 or $800 on those accounts. So that's why I said, like, I did horrible execution today. Horrible. But we got what we needed, so that's good. Oh my gosh, and then yesterday, what was Tradeovate? It went down. So I missed like my A plus setup. Then I waited and I saw a good setup on US 30 and I risked it for the biscuit. And it came out fine. Also, that trade on US 30 yesterday ran up to 300 points. It's a crazy trade. I didn't think it was going to be that good. Yeah, it was this long here. This was the trade. And I was like, let me just target VWAP. But my mistake was, and I'll talk about it now, was I had zones marked up like this that were already chopped on. So I didn't know what to really target, so I just targeted VWAP. Then I was looking, I was like, these zones that were chopped on, I should have erased them. And I should have targeted the next actual zone that hasn't been chopped on, which was this 3-hour zone. Which was also I think it was a daily supply zone. And that should have been my target yesterday. Could have been. But yeah. That was also a mistake that I did, which I should have fixed simply just by erasing the zones. Then it would have been like way more clear. But yeah. And then yeah, my mistake on Tuesday, which was a small red day, should have been a crazy green day. But my mistake on Tuesday was I went short around this area here. No, this is Thursday. Tuesday. Where is Tuesday? Okay, here it is. Oh wow, Tuesday was actually crazy, yeah. So on Tuesday, I got in short. I'm gonna say I got in short around here. Let's just say this was my short. It was something like this. And my TP was literally right here, right at this wick. So I almost hit TP, and I was like, okay, since I almost hit TP, let me start trailing this. Dumb, just dumb. What I should have done was I should have left it at break even and let it breathe. Obviously, I didn't do that. What I did was I trailed it on the 5 minute, and again, I should have trailed it on the 5 minute like this, but I trailed it on the 5 minute like a dummy, like this. I was looking at this wick here, which, like, why would I do that? Completely dumb. And I got stopped out, and I was so frustrated because I knew that if I took profit down here, I would have requested the payout on Tuesday. So that's why I was like extra pissed off. I got stopped out, went straight to TP, and I was like, guys, like, this has so much downside potential. Like, I was saying it because the next area of interest is all the way down here at 360. Yeah, right around this area. And then 10 a.m. came, and like it shot down lower. And I was like, damn, okay, boom. Let me go short again because I know it's going to go all the way down here. Again, another rookie mistake that I did on Tuesday was chasing price. Just because you're right on the direction, you can easily get stopped out on a wick. And that's what happened. I tried shorting some area down here, and I got stopped out. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, that's not even A+ setup. But I was so emotional over this trade up here that I got cooked up. But thankfully, like, I was in the right headspace enough to leave the charts. And I didn't look at my computer for the rest of the day. Normally, I'll stay on my computer doing other things, but I knew that if I was on my computer later that day, that I would have done something stupid. So I was like doing nothing all day. Like, I took the day off, didn't even look at my computer, and it was worth it. It was worth it. How much are you trying to request on each account? I'll request 2,000 on each account tonight, and that'll be 40K in total. And the good thing about Apex is you get 100% of your payout. Unless you've gotten $25,000 from an account, then that's different. But yeah. Are you done for the day? Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been done. I've just been chit-chatting. I took the smallest trade ever. Accidentally, like, over-risked on some accounts, so I got out very quickly. But yeah, this trade here could have... Wow, this trade was actually was huge for a second there. Yeah, this trade ran 300 ticks, and then it had a pullback. That's crazy. What do we have tomorrow? It says we have 10 a.m. news. That's good to know. Oh wow, Nasdaq got below 641, which was a strong area of demand, and we're ripping right past it. This was also a trade idea that I thought I would take, but it didn't show up, so I took the longs instead. But this was also a trade idea. I said if I see a candle close below 643 or below this 667, then I would short it. The stop loss would have been something like that. Realistically, I would have just targeted 122, but it looks like it's gonna run. And then honestly, I don't think this has too much downside potential. I think it sold off quite a bit already. I'll be very impressed if it comes down to 294. I'll be impressed. But it already sold off quite a bit. US 30. Oh, okay. US 30 is also going down. But it looks like it's bouncing off of this 1 hour zone. So we'll see. US 30 also looks choppy. Yeah, I really don't know how people trade like in the afternoon. I can't do it. I like trading the opening. I tried trading. I remember I tried training or trading power hour at one point, and like it wasn't it. It wasn't. All right, well, that was it for me. Um, I'll request a payout later, and hopefully it gets approved soon. I hope it doesn't take a while to get approved either. But we'll see. I'm going to keep you guys updated. Most likely tomorrow I'll trade some other accounts. So I'm definitely not going to trade these accounts if, I'm requesting the payout. We'll see. We'll see. I have my hopes up. I haven't gotten an email that I've broken any rules. So, yeah. Okay. Alright. My bad. I was looking at something. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're gonna keep trading, trade smart, trade safe. And don't be on the charts all day. You're trading for freedom, not just money.